Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here to bring the review for Shaman King episode 37. I think it's 37. If it's not, it's 38. Regardless of what number episode it is, it will be right in the title, so there's no worries there. I have not much to say about this episode, if I'm honest. It really just wraps up the good guys versus the golem stuff, which has been going on for quite a few episodes. I realized at the end of the episode, I was like, wow, like this has spanned out quite a few episodes. So mini arc, if you will, I don't know, but it just wraps up everything regarding the golem. And now we can again move forward. Where we go from here, I do not know, but it's always exciting because the Shaman King tournament is still going on, but as we know, Yo is no longer part of the Shaman King tournament, but we still know he wants to take out Ziki, or Hal, whichever way you want to call it. But we don't know where it goes, at least I don't know where it goes from here because I'm strictly an anime only. I never read the manga. So there was a couple of things that took me by surprise within this episode, and I will talk about them now. The first thing I guess we want to talk about is Jacko. I did know he was going to come back stronger. That was a given. We'd been basically confirmed that, when you come back from the dead, you get the Zenkai boost. If you don't catch the DBZ reference, you get stronger when you come back. What I was not expecting was for Jacko to come back rocking a double oversoul. Now, for me personally, this bit was worth for me, Jacko coming back with a double oversoul. So my initial thoughts to finding out that Jacko does have a double oversoul is like, nah, that should have strictly been for Yo kind of vibe. And the only reason why I said that is because I again watched only the original anime, and then that only Yo had the double oversoul. So I wasn't really being serious when I said that, but that was my initial thought. But now knowing that Jacko has a double oversoul, it's making me wonder, does everybody else get a double oversoul, Trey, there's your double oversoul. Ren, there's your double oversoul. Will you have a double oversoul? Like, I feel like if we're going to give it to Jacko, a character part of the main squad that was introduced to kind of the latest, everyone should be getting a double oversoul. Maybe even Isaac, even though he went and betrayed everyone to the X-Force. But, let's hand out those double oversouls, because if you're giving it to Jacko, I feel like everyone should get one. What I was not expected as well was for him to now end up blind. And now I personally don't know how I feel about it, but what I get from it anyway is that how the vibe that I'm getting based on what he says at the end of the episode is that he didn't do it for atonement, but I feel like there's a little bit of atonement within it, but I feel like overall is for his dream and why he wants to become Shaman King. We know that he wants to make everybody laugh, and we know that how he feels like if he can make everybody laugh, the world would be a better place via that route. And so he took his eyesight to make one or two, I can't remember if it's both the brother and the sister, but one or two people laugh, and those two, I know it may seem ridiculous to just take your eyesight for the case of two people, but these two people are part of the whole world, and that is what he's aiming for, the whole world. So it makes sense in that aspect, but that completely took me by surprise. So back to the double oversoul, because Jacko took a double oversoul, and it was my brother who mentioned this to me first, and I'm like, yeah, I can kind of agree with it, where my brother said he became War Jacko, making a Digimon reference to War Greymon, because with those claws, it does look like the drama killers. So he did kind of look like a Digimon within that aspect. I didn't expect the fight to end how it did, which brought me into something else I was not expecting, and that was for Anna to take the golem. She's going to take the golem. She's like to the dad, show me how this thing works, because I'm going to use it, I'm going to need it to beat Ziki. And again, that makes sense because we know that Ziki for Ryoku in the millions, and he's only growing stronger as time goes by. So they need every single strong asset that they can gather to make this thing a possibility, beating Zeke a possibility. So it makes sense that Anna wants to hop in there and take the golem, but that's essentially what she's done within this episode. She don't know how to use it yet, but you know she's in the works of getting the training to be able to do so. So I'm not against it. Other than that, I don't think there's much more I need to say about this episode. So, there is actually one more thing. So we have Zeke, and he leaves the party simply because we know that Zeke, at the end of the damn day, he wants Yo to get stronger, because when he comes back to claim Yo, you know, he's stacking the power onto his own. But I think there is another thing in there as well where I feel like Yo upset Zeke maybe just a little bit, and that leads into the whole thing where we find out that throughout the whole of his life, which is longer than your average life, Zeke only feels within himself that he's only had one friend, and that was Mata, which is pretty cool because they're actually close. Like Zeke and Yo are actually both close to Mata, and that again could lead into, is that Yo living his life, or is that connection there, or did it develop because he's part Zeke? Ooh. The last thing I want to say about this episode is I feel like it was very cheeky from Anna to say that Morty, is that his name in there? Morty, I can't remember his name in the Japanese version. I think it's Manta in the Japanese version. But yeah, basically saying that he is the reincarnation of Mata. I feel that was very, very cheeky. But I also feel like, and this has come from me watching just a whole load of different animes where they kind of foreshadow things kind of like that. Why was it said? So I feel like there's a deeper meaning to it, because it was said maybe Anna doesn't even know, kind of vibe. But overall, I think this episode deserves a 3-star rating, and like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.